Welcome to the Employment Opportunity Hour. Your host, Gene Hodge, is a training consultant, author, motivational speaker, and owner of Hodgepodge Training, the workforce optimizing training company. With Hodgepodge Training, Gene uses a revolutionary training program process that packages each individual's unique hodgepodge of skills, abilities, experience, and passion together with computer technology to satisfy individual job compatibility and employer productivity needs. With Gene's process, thousands of individuals have gained enjoyable employment at competitive wages. For more information, call 1-888-293-4802 or send an email to theopportunityhour@gmail.com. Studio lines are open at 1-866-826-1340. And now, here's your host, Gene Hodge.
Good evening. Welcome to the Employment Opportunity Hour, a place where we try to help all of you that are looking for employment to find something that you will enjoy doing instead of just finding something. I'm here today with my trusted co-host, Mr. Heinzman Dukes.
Good evening.
How you doing this evening?
Good evening, Mr. Gene. Great being with the second show, this second hour. Helping somebody get a job. Oh, not a job. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're still working with this guy here. He's
want you to get that enjoyable.
It's an audition.
It's okay to bring up the word job. A lot of people are accustomed to a job. But our trusty engineer, Mr. Bobby. Bobby's the guy that makes us look good, makes the show run. And Bobby, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well and ready for hour two.
For completion of Thursday evening.
Completion of Thursday evening. Right, okay, you said it for me.
Okay, so those of you not familiar with the show, we have a couple of clips that I'm going to play for you to give you an idea of what this Opportunity Hour is all about. And Bobby, if you got it, let it go. This is the only show in America that I'm aware of that represents all of you who work out there. So if you work, I want you to know that I know that you exist. And that includes you people that are unemployed, the professionals, the teenagers, the school dropouts, the minorities, the veterans, the ex-offenders, the seniors, the gay people in the gay population, those that are bisexual, transsexual, whether they want to be a boy or a girl, or plus the immigrants and the Native Americans. If you work in this country, I want you to know that you make up our workforce, and I salute all of you. Purpose of the show is to help job seekers find enjoyable employment instead of a job by hearing tips that are non-traditional approaches that you didn't learn in school. But also to help you entrepreneurs that are out there who have businesses, you got products, ideas. It's to help you to improve this economy by putting you into action as well. We can help you there. So that's what we're here for. If you choose to call the show, you're more than welcome to call the show. The number is 727-441-3000. However, if you're unemployed or you're looking for a job, I will give you 30 seconds. You're more than welcome to call the show. Tell us who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for so we can help you. If you are an entrepreneur or a type of company that's looking to add people on, your network marketing company or internet marketing company, you're looking to add good people to your team, you're welcome to call the show as well. The number is 727-441-3000. I will give you the same 30 seconds. Tell us who you are, what you're looking for, and your contact information so we can help you get what you need and improve this economy as well. You are welcome to watch me do the show. And simply by going out to our TAN Talk radio network, which is tantalk1340.com, you can find that, find Opportunity Hour, and you'll find me. But I suggest that you watch me to do the show because this show is all about finding enjoyable employment instead of a job. And the reason I say that is because I want you to see me. Because you have counselors, career coaches, HR individuals, and many others that are telling our most experienced workers that help make this country not to put stuff on your resume because it's going to date your age, as if we're not going to see you when you show up. And so I want you to see me to do the show. You just got to hear in my background, and I want you to see me. I want you to look at me, my scars, bumps, my color. My hair is beginning to thin out, all that sort of stuff. I want you to look at me because I know we see you coming, we see you going, we see your front side, back side. We see all of you before you get a chance to open up your mouth. But more than that, I want you to get paid for your level of experience. I want you to get paid for those years. but also for you entry-level workers. I want you to know you count. And so I want you to know that we see you. Can't really hide anything. Yes, you really can't hide nothing.
Not at all. Not a thing.
And I want to keep pointing that out until somebody out there gets it. And if you already got it, feel free to give us a call or send me something in the text because you can now find us out there on YouTube and Facebook. And there are ways that you can text some comments or ask some questions. And I invite you to do that.
Come on.
But I'm looking for some of you out there that have found this out, which means my job isn't done. I got to keep doing it. But we are approaching the holiday season and the time of Christmas. We just got through going through Thanksgiving. And so many of you, I'm not sure, but some of you may be looking for a job for the holidays. You might need some extra money. You may be wondering, how can you get some extra money? And so tonight's show, I'm dedicating tonight's show to helping the employers find workers because they need workers during the holiday time. They're willing to pay you. And so I'm putting in a plug for the employers because I'm going to tell you who is hiring and where you can go. I'm going to give you the website. And I'm not going to go any further than that, but I'm going to give you the website. And then I'm going to give you suggestions as to how you can find about those jobs. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight is helping you to find the job that you want during the holiday, which is probably going to be something part-time so you can pick up some extra money that could grow into full-time. But I wouldn't say that because if it grows into full-time, it's going to be based on you and your performance.
Correct.
So me telling you ahead of time is something you get a chance to work toward, I guess. I'll put it like that. So,
yes, sir. You'll have to work towards it.
So, but before we get started with that, I'm going to give you a formula.
All right.
Because the formula is designed to help you get what you want once you find out the jobs are available. Because the employers are looking for those, they're advertising, but I'm going to try to tell you how to get the ones you want. Okay, it's based on this formula. Okay, so if you like to find the type of work that you enjoy doing, then here's the formula. Do a self-assessment of yourself. Write down the things that you're good at doing, like doing, and enjoy doing, and write down at least 10 or 15 of them if you can get to that many. If you can't, then at least get to 5 because that'll help you discover maybe you don't enjoy nothing. But to do that kind of assessment in terms of write down what you like doing and enjoy doing. Notice I didn't give you any parameters, but see if you can notice the parameters you put on yourself. I just said the things you enjoy doing, good at doing, and like doing. But the next thing is to take what you wrote down and figure out a way to put it into a introductory type of sentence or a presentation that may last anywhere between 30 seconds and a minute and a half, telling somebody your story simply because you're standing in front of them. Okay, then the third thing is to understand this thing that's called networking. Networking is based on who knows who that knows who that knows who.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm saying if you combine this and you get in front of people telling them what you would like to do, I'm going to say that you could find enjoyable employment throughout your working career. And that's a bold statement, but I'm going to make it because I don't know how long your career is going to go. But I also want to clarify your career. Your career is you living your life out because it's the only life you got.
Right.
It's not a topic or anything that goes on in our schools and all that sort of stuff. A career is you understanding this is it. All I'm trying to do is get you to get a piece of the fun of it.
That's right.
But we're going to take a short break, hear something from our sponsors, and stay tuned. We're going to give you some ideas in terms of where you can go
find
look.
some enjoyable opportunity.
And we'll be right back.
All right.
Someday won't it ever, and someday pass on by. I'll be working here forever, at least until I die. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I'm supposed to get a raise next week, you know damn well I won't. Working for a living, working for a
This portion of Employment Opportunity Hour is brought to you by Web Dynamics For You. Need a website? Web Dynamics For You are professional web designers who can handle all of your web services. Check them out at the website www.webdynamics4u.com or call them at 1-866-530-2135. Again, the website is www.webdynamics4u.com. Mention that you heard of them at the Employment Opportunity Hour and get a 10% discount.
If you happen to miss any part of the Employment Opportunity Hour, or there's a particular show you may want to hear again, don't forget you can check out all the past Employment Opportunity Hour programs by going to internetradiopros.com/opportunity hour. All the shows are there. Just click and listen. internetradiopros.com/opportunity hour. And you can contact Gene via email at theopportunityhour@gmail.com. So you don't have to miss a minute of the Employment Opportunity Hour ever again.
Employers, this is Gene Hodge of Hodgepodge Training. Are you struggling to find ways to increase your low productivity and morale? We train employers on how to improve employee productivity and morale, saving you huge sums of dollars that you're currently spending on training, retraining, grievances, turnover, and lawsuits. If you have this concern, send me an email to theopportunityhour@gmail.com. That's theopportunityhour@gmail.com. In the subject line, put employer. Again, that's theopportunityhour@gmail.com.
Don't you give me all that jive about things you wrote before I was alive. Cause this ain't 1823, ain't even 1970. Now I'm the guy named Curtis Blow, and Christmas is one thing I know. So every year, just about this time, I celebrate it with a rhyme.
All right.
Getting into the holiday spirit.
Come on.
Go to shake it, go to bake it, go to make it good, go to rock chop.
Jade almost broke out the red suit.
Right, somebody want to put on a red suit? We'll get you on the camera. All right. But we're here talking
Next
about
Thursday.
jobs.
Jobs.
Really not jobs. I'm
Enjoyable
trying to
jobs.
get you to do things that you enjoy. So tonight I'm going to give you some names of some companies. I'm going to put a plug in for companies that say that they're hiring. I got this from a list, an article that was printed by a person by the name of Tricia
Well, I guess some sponsorship, yeah.
by Tricia Goss. And she mentioned that there are companies that are hiring for the holidays. So it's opportunity time to help you that may be looking to make some extra money. I'm going to tell you exactly who's hiring. And it's an opportunity for the employers to get someone who's going to possibly do some hustling to make that money. But some of these could grow into full-time jobs if you're looking for full-time work. Okay, anyway, so we're just gonna give you some companies. What we're gonna do is give you the company name and just give you just a quick blurb on what the company does, because many of you know already, and how do you contact the company. Then I'm gonna give you some tips based on that formula you just got to hearing about as to how can you get into that company. Okay, just to get in so that you can talk to a human. Okay, I'm going to suggest, actually, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, I'm going to suggest none of you fill out an application. Okay, so now hopefully that stunned a few of you because I'm going to tell you how do you not do that. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to give you give you the name of the company. The first one I'm going to start with out is these companies are hiring specifically for the Christmas season or the holiday season, and they have huge openings. Okay, so the first company is just, it's called 1-800-Flowers. It's a floral and food gift retailer. Okay, 1-800-Flowers. What they do is they make their floral gift. And so they are looking for sales jobs and sales associates in at least 6 states.
Good.
Okay,
Some jobs open.
So you can find them by going to 800flowers.com. Okay, that's the website. That's where you're going to see the job titles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to suggest that at that point, if you can, if there's a flowers near you, I'm going to suggest you make a phone call to ask for the Human Resource Department or Personnel Department and ask, can you come in to meet with somebody regarding the jobs? Or I'm going to suggest for many of you, if you know people who know other people, ask them if they know anybody who works there.
Yeah, who know who will get you in every time.
Okay, because I'm just going to, but Mr. Dukes just said it, because I'm sure by now some of you know people who've gotten jobs because they knew somebody. So if they can get jobs because they knew somebody, this will let you know how well you've been around people and they know you.
Yep.
And most of them are going to ask you, what do you want to do? All you got to do is tell them what you like to do.
Yeah.
Let them hear what you said and let them listen out as they network with other people. So I'm going to just suggest that. I'm also, like I said earlier, don't fill out any application. There's going to be a zillion applications that somebody's going to go fill out on a computer. It's going to go to the machine, and you can't expect the humans to go look at all those. Okay, so I'm giving you the tip. If you want to go there physically so people can see you, which was when we started off. If you can get in front of somebody, and you don't necessarily have to go there. If you're networking, somebody might say, let's meet at the coffee shop. Let's meet after church. Let's meet somewhere. Because that's how all that kind of stuff goes on.
Meet under the tree.
Anyway, so I'd like to have you just think about that. But they are hiring, and they have several positions open. That's all I'm going to say about that at this point in time. But these are jobs that you can get. They're paying, many of them are paying between $14 and $25 an hour. Okay, so anyway, so the money may be there for some of you. And it could be full-time or part-time. You won't know until you go ask somebody. Okay, go talk to somebody. Now, I can't stop you from filling out applications because many of you have been conditioned to do that. Many of you already know how many responses you've gotten from that, but you consistently keep doing it. And you ought to ask yourself why you keep doing it when you know people that got connections somehow, and you got a connection with the person that has the connection. So I'd just like to have you just think about that, because this is how, if you think they're good enough, somebody else will think they're good enough.
That's right.
Because it's based on who knows who. It's based on your reputation. Okay, so that's job number one. Or company number one. Mr. Dukes, I know you got one over there. And
yeah, I got Cole, which everybody know her.
Who?
Cole.
How you spell that?
Kohihls.
Coles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coles.
Coles, what is it? Department store?
It's a department store.
Oh, okay.
Been around for quite a few years.
All right.
And they are hosting and hiring. And that's all I can say about that. They have the 12th and the 13th and the 11th at 7 p.m. If you're interested. You can get in front of somebody here. What? You don't have to have an application.
Did it say that?
They say you can walk in.
Oh, okay. Did they say who to ask for?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't give that.
All right. We'll give.
They just said this is the retail announce.
Okay. So how can people find out about it?
Go to their website.
Okay.
And their website is careerscode.com. Seasonal.
Could say that again now.
careercode.com. Seasonal.
Probably not the seasonal, but career codes. Is there a period in there somewhere too? I think there's a period in there.
It's a period before .com. I mean, the period is career.
Right. Careers.
Careers.
Code.
Yeah. .co.com. Something like that.
.com.
Right.
Seasonal. What they're saying is seasonal jobs. Seasonal opportunity.
Right.
But they can become full-time.
Okay, but the website, in order to get there is...
The website is careers.com.
Okay. All right, so this is how you can get the codes to find out. Okay. Does it have a backslash seasonal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that may be a way of getting to those specifically focused on the seasonal jobs. Okay, can you give that out again?
It's careers.co.com/seasonal.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
And that's those. They don't get that. They don't get a pay grade.
Oh no. The pay is not important. What's important is whether you like what you're going to be doing.
Like you work in retail.
If you like it, then they'll pay you. Okay, to worry about the money, I'm going to suggest that many of you worry about the money, have the money. The problem is you're not sellable at that money yet. Okay, we're not buying it. In other words, we don't want to pay you that much. Okay, so it's best you let us offer, and then you can counter offer. Never say how much you want, because that answer is always going to be no. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you may be underselling yourself and you'll never know it. Okay, many people fall into that trap. They undersell when the employers were willing to offer more. And it's important to understand offering. Offering is always going to be at its lowest from the employer side. Always. And the reason being is because they want to see what kind of worker you are so they can give you a raise in 30 days or a raise in 6 months or a raise in a year. So their job is to offer you the lower side of the job.
Correct.
You asking for the higher side of the job with no track record, and we haven't seen you and haven't heard from you, especially if you don't have anybody recommending you, it won't work. So that's all I'd like to have you just think about that. Okay, the second employer that's hired is Amazon.
The biggest.
Most people have heard the name, but it's a giant retail.
The biggest
retail giant. Amazon is hiring. Okay, so they're hiring and they have a range of jobs as well. I'm going to suggest you go out to the website so you can see how many jobs there are and the different titles and the different salary ranges. Okay, you can get to them by just going to hiring.amazon.com. Okay, hiring.amazon.com. Okay, that's going to take you to looking at the jobs where people are hiring. Okay, but so I'm going to say you can look at the range, but the most part is to think about what it is that you think you'd like to do in order to make the extra money. That's all. And you never know, they may offer you to stay on longer.
That's right.
And obviously, most times, in order to offer you something, the offer is going to be more.
You take the opportunity and work at it. You can find yourself full time.
Can I mention one of them that might fit that description that I mentioned last week?
Sure.
Because they Enchant Christmas down in St. Petersburg, Tropicana Field. They're actually, I realized they're backed by the Hallmark Channel, so that's actually their parent company. But they are hiring seasonal, and some of them are corporate because these events are obviously planned throughout the year. But it's they're hiring talent acquisition specialists that can work remote, audio technicians that have to be in person, obviously, runners that have to be in person, installation technicians, carpenters, event staffs, production assistants, sales in their merchandise department, stagehands, wardrobe,
bunch of them,
decor.
How many is that? 20 titles so far?
I would say 15. Stage managers, lighting technicians, guest services. Yeah, and the list goes on, and some of those go on to full time. I'll get you the website here in just a second.
The reason I asked the question is because companies have job openings. They have, depending on the company size, they could have 1,000 openings or 10,000 openings. It's important to understand companies have workers and needs, they have positions. And so there are lots of jobs. That's why it's important for you to find the one, tell people what you like, let them match what you like to a job instead of you trying to match yourself to a job. That's all. So I'm just wanting you to just think about that. But these are just some jobs that we're mentioning that are hiring right now for the Christmas holiday. And all you've got to do is go out to the website. If you're lucky enough, make a phone call, set an appointment if you're that type of person. And I can tell you right now, any experienced person will know how to make a phone call. Just a tip. Experienced people, especially if you have leadership roles like supervisor, manager, because that's the way they communicate. They make phone calls. They don't fill out stuff on the computer and all that sort of stuff. But we're going to take a short break, so you hear a little bit from our sponsors. Gene Hodge here, Mr. Dukes, and Mr. Bobby, telling you about jobs available now for the holidays.
Yes, sir. Santa Claus coming to see somebody.
Job seekers, this is Gene Hodge of Hodgepodge Training. Would you like to have a job that you enjoy, or do you want to settle for something that you don't want to do? We train job seekers to find enjoyable and compatible jobs so that you're motivated and enjoy doing, and in most cases, being paid competitive salaries. If you are, send me an email to theopportunityhour@gmail.com. That's theopportunityhour@gmail.com. THE opportunityhour@gmail.com. In the subject line, put job seeker. And I will get back to you and hopefully to help you find something that you enjoy. Purpose of the show is to help job seekers find enjoyable employment instead of a job by hearing tips that are non-traditional approaches that you didn't learn in school. But also to help you entrepreneurs that are out there who have businesses, you got products, ideas. It's to help you to improve this economy by putting you into action as well. We can help you there. So that's what we're here for. If you choose to call the show, you're more than welcome to call the show. The number is 727-441-3000. However, if you're unemployed or you're looking for a job, I will give you 30 seconds. You're more than welcome to call the show. Tell us who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for so we can help you. If you are an entrepreneur or a type of company that's looking to add people on, you're a network marketing company or internet marketing company, you're looking to add good people to your team, you're welcome to call the show as well. The number is 727-441-3000. I will give you the same 30 seconds. Tell us who you are, what you're looking for, and your contact information so we can help you get what you need and improve this economy as well.
Job seekers, are you unemployed and ready to go back to work? Did you know that now you can get Gene's books revealing a different way to find enjoyable employment? Each book shows you how to develop a resume and cover letter using your life experiences. You will receive step-by-step instructions on the content, its rationale, and its importance for each book. His books are available in soft copy and digital formats on Amazon.com and HodgepodgeTraining.com. Eugene Hodge, an employment training consultant, has helped thousands of job seekers to find enjoyable employment at competitive wages using an innovative process by matching your needs with employer needs. The books are Resume, What's Its Purpose? And Cover Letter, What's Its Purpose?
To get Gene's books, go to Amazon.com, type Eugene Hodge in the search box, look for his books, choose a book. Or go to HodgepodgeTraining.com, choose Shop tab, choose books in a single or bundled formats. Coming soon, books in Spanish, Creole, and French format, all at HodgepodgeTraining.com.
I'll write my letter to Santa Claus. Tell him that I work really hard. If he could find it in his heart, all I want for Christmas is a job. I'll write my letter to Santa Claus. Tell him that I work really hard. If he could find it in his heart, all I want for Christmas is a job. That's what they say.
All right. We have worked very hard right here tonight.
For all of you that want just a job, write a letter to Santa Claus. All of you want an enjoyable job, tell Santa Claus what you want in person.
Hey.
Or write Gene a letter instead.
Yeah, write Gene a letter.
That's true. Send it to WTAN, and I'll get back to you.
I got a big retail here. Macy.
Okay, so we covered. I covered 800 flowers on Amazon. They have thousands of job openings right now for the holiday. Thousands is not small.
Not at all.
Okay, so that means a lot of titles, a lot of job titles. Mm-hmm. Mr. Dukes,
I had covered Cole, but now we're going to cover Macy. which is the greatest department store, and they are seeking to hire 48,000 seasonal, and also they're gonna plan on hiring 28,000 permanent. So they recommend that they were going to have a hiring very soon. But you go to Macy Holiday Hiring. Go to Macy Holiday Hiring page and find out when they date for hiring.
What's the website?
They didn't give it.
Okay, probably Macy's.com.
It says Macy Holiday Hiring
okay,
page, which is probably Macy.com.
Okay. All right. So with that many jobs, there's got to be almost that many job titles.
Oh, yeah. They give a lot of
different
titles
levels.
that they are going to be hiring for. I didn't read them, but anyway, starting with cashiers, restaurant staff.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
So they got
If you tell
plenty.
people what you want, and possibly out of that 40,000 plus jobs,
48,000,
what
yes,
you want is going to be in there. Okay, you looking for a title
and
who
28,000.
probably won't be
permanent.
what you want. Okay, because it's a title. It's not what you want. I'd like to have you think about that. Titles have job descriptions, and the job descriptions tell you what they are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, if you're in jobs you don't like, then by now you should know that the job description that they told you required much more than what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And maybe you demonstrated more than what they wanted, which means now they may see you in a higher position. But that's just my assessment. Okay, the next one, Burlington Stores.
Burlington
They are
Coat Factory.
a national department
Mm-hmm.
retailer. They have thousands of jobs during the holidays. Okay, thousands, not one or two or three or four, thousands of jobs. Now, obviously, we've only mentioned 5 companies so far. These are large companies, but if they all are offering 10,000 plus jobs,
Mm-hmm.
we've only mentioned 5. That's 50,000 people
You have jobs.
that somebody's looking for 50,000 people. Most likely, no one's going to achieve that number. Okay, so there are plenty of jobs out there. Okay, so it's very important to understand why a lot of those jobs are out there. Because if you're doing something that you don't like to do, you're not going to do it well,
I know.
which means you're going to be back looking for a better job.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'd like to have you just think about that. But anyway, so Burlington, you want to find out about their job, go to burlingtonstores.jobs.com. Okay, that's the way they have it written there. burlingtonstores.jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what pops up. Look at all the job titles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I see Bobby back there waving.
got
to
one.
somebody. Oh, Bobby's got another one. Okay.
Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens.
Ooh.
That's
Fun
a good
job.
one.
Lots
That's a
of
good
Christmas activities going on.
They've been there and
You got food and beverage, merchandise, entertainment operations. Website is careers.seaworldparks, because they're owned by SeaWorld, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Careers.seaworldparks.com.
And it's
And
right
they
here in
have,
the Tampa Bay area.
Winter hiring events. They actually have you can actually stop by their HR department, which I know is on that back
Mhm.
street behind Bush, Bougainvillea, I think.
In Tampa.
Bougainvillea in Tampa.
Mhm.
Okay.
Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, I would highly suggest if you can get there in person.
Actually,
Yes,
it says
sir.
right here, Human Resources is located at 3605 East Bougainvillea Avenue in Tampa,
so
Florida.
you're on the,
Okay, so a lot of times people make judgments based on the way you look,
that's right.
on the way you show up. The worst thing you can do is fill out something on a piece of paper and then the real you shows up and somebody says, you're not what we're looking for. You're not qualified. You're overqualified. All that sort of stuff happens once we see you.
That's right.
Okay, so why not let us see you first and hear how you sound, how you present yourself, so we can start making some determinations. The difference is that we'll make determinations about the type of job we see you best fitting. And that's what you need to know, because you might be happy based on how we see you performing.
Right.
Okay, but like that, you just think about that.
Try to tell him that.
Okay, the next job I got, is it your turn, my turn?
My turn.
Okay.
I got Michael, one of the largest art and craft retail stores.
Michael's.
Yes.
Okay.
They announced that they're will fill more than 20,000 seasonal jobs in stores and distributor center for 2021 holiday season.
Okay.
Michael received 30% discount on other benefits. Last year, they had 50% seasonal workers became permanent employee. Follow the holidays. So that's what makes that good. So if you're looking for a good job, a good opportunity, that's Michael is worth looking at. And you can go to their website, michael.com jobs. Michael.com/job. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Okay.
Michael.com/job.
Now, if you're sitting from where I'm sitting, there's so many jobs out there. Do I want to steal your workers, or you want to steal mine, or?
That depends. If you got some good workers.
But this is how the competition starts to kick in.
Right.
There's so much work available out there.
That's right.
So why not you think about what you'd like to do, because probably it's there for you.
That's why anybody want what they want, they should be able to find it. And these are not stores that are far away either. These are mostly local.
I'm just going to say, okay. Here's my suggestion. Tell people what you want and never a job title. When you look for a job title, you're probably already overqualified. Underqualified. Tell the other people what you want to do. Let them find the title. That's how you grow. You finding titles are titles you're familiar with, which is going back to do what you already know how to do. There's no growth there. I just want you to think about that, because you want to grow. Because you're going to age anyway. We're still going to see you. We want to know the kind of performer you are, because we're willing to pay you more money if we like what you're doing.
Think we're going to age?
Well, I'm not worried about it. I don't think any of you should worry about it. It's going to come, or not naturally, or it's not coming at all.
It's going to come.
Okay. The next one I got. The Gap.
The Gap.
It's called The Gap. It's like the old Navy.
That's close.
Banana Republic. Those kind of stores. Those brands.
Yep. Or that this young generation running crazy over. Offering
lots of jobs. They're even offering some incentives, because they know how many people are looking, how many employers are looking for other works. Their employees can receive a 50% discount on all of the companies at all the company stores, and 30% off the outlets and factory stores, because that's how much they're willing to give to find the right worker.
Right.
Okay, so it's very important to understand the benefits are very nice. The question is, do you qualify for them? That's the question. Well, so I'd like to have you think about that, because it still comes back down to what would you like to do, because if you don't like doing it, you're not going to do it well.
Right.
Okay. So this is how the companies get a chance to find out, and they're willing to reward you if you're the right person. If you're not the right person, you're gonna let us know anyway, because we're going to see it in your attitude and performance. But anyway, you can find out about their jobs by going to Gap Inc. GAPINC.com, GapInc.com, and find out about all those positions. And as I said before, if possible, make a phone call and see if you can set up a meeting, or go walk in, let everybody see you, because that's going to come down to them seeing you anyway. Even if you work remotely, they're going to see the top half of you and the front half of that. Okay, you want them to see all of you because that's how decisions get made. And we kind of like know who's
Get
there.
up on top of the table.
All righty. So,
Come on.
what you saying, Mr. Dukes?
I tell you, get on top of the table so they'll be seen.
No, I'm going to suggest don't do anything remotely until you do it in person first.
Hey.
That's my suggestion. You don't want any surprises, and the worst thing you can do is surprise somebody because they didn't see half of you or just a headshot, and then the rest of you shows up. Anyway, so just think about that. Okay, we're going to see you and listen to you.
Like the top part, but they didn't like the other part.
Okay, well, that's what humans do, and it's not wrong. It's what humans do. So I'm not going to call it wrong because it's been going on like that since the Earth got here. So, where they go? You're going to take a short break. I'd like to have you think about it. We're talking about companies hiring right now during the holiday. All you got to do is go find out where, and we'll be right back to tell you more.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Job seekers, now you can access Gene's articles revealing a different way to find enjoyable employment, especially for experienced workers. His free articles titled Layoffs Present Opportunity to Find Enjoyable Employment, Is There Really Job Training Available for You? How to Find a Fit in the New Job Market, an Innovative Job Training Program, a Collaborative Model. To see Gene's articles, go to LinkedIn.com, type Eugene Hodge in the search box, look for articles, and choose an article. That's at LinkedIn.com. Or go to HodgepodgeTraining.com, choose Resources tab, and choose an article. That's at HodgepodgeTraining.com.
Purpose of the show is to help job seekers find enjoyable employment instead of a job by hearing tips that are non-traditional approaches that you didn't learn in school. But also to help you entrepreneurs that are out there who have businesses, you got products, ideas. It's to help you to improve this economy by putting you into action as well. We can help you there. So that's what we're here for. If you choose to call the show, you're more than welcome to call the show. The number is 727-441-3000. However, if you're unemployed or you're looking for a job, I will give you 30 seconds. You're more than welcome to call the show. Tell us who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for so we can help you. If you are an entrepreneur or a type of company that's looking to add people on, your network marketing company or internet marketing company, you're looking to add good people to your team, you're welcome to call the show as well. The number is 727-441-3000. I will give you the same 30 seconds. Tell us who you are, what you're looking for, and your contact information so we can help you get what you need and improve this economy as well.
If you happen to miss any part of the Employment Opportunity Hour, or there's a particular show you may want to hear again, don't forget you can check out all the past Employment Opportunity Hour programs by going to internetradiopros.com/opportunity hour. All the shows are there. Just click and listen. internetradiopros.com/opportunity hour. And you can contact Gene via email at theopportunityhour@gmail.com. So you don't have to miss a minute of the Employment Opportunity Hour ever again.
Getting ready for the holidays.
Getting ready for the holiday.
Big one, the Christmas holiday. We're giving out jobs. Right now, big companies that are hiring big time for the holidays, thousands of positions available. What we're doing is giving out some of the information right now. We're giving you the name of the company and the websites you can go to and find those jobs that are being offered, to find out what types of jobs are being offered, which I would strongly suggest. But if they're offering thousands of jobs, then you got to go filing through thousands of jobs, job titles. And I'm going to suggest read the descriptions along with the titles. Don't waste your time on the qualifications.
All right.
Right, because a lot of those are They're copy and pasted from
You're
other
right.
jobs.
Yeah.
They're put in by people who may have no idea what that position. They've never been in that line of work before. But the descriptions are generally are created by your who's someone who's going to be your supervisor.
Supposed to be.
So supposed to be. Yeah. So generally, that's going to give you a better idea.
Yeah.
And I do have
the
another suggestion.
Welcome suggestions.
This one may not be a big company, but find your local, not your local, but your friend or someone you know who's an entrepreneur, and ask them if they need seasonal work or someone for Christmas or this season, because a lot of entrepreneurs go through as their startup process, not thinking that they can only hire full-time or not at all. So they tend to not be able to accomplish certain projects during the season because they don't generally put it out there that they need someone for only maybe the month of December or only January or something. You may be the person that's looking for just that 1 month of work.
Right. I'm also going to suggest, to add on to that, many of you may be aware of this, maybe not, but those missing pieces that would make up your company, like Bobby just mentioned, many colleges and universities offer interns. They offer interns to get some working experience. There are many interns or students that want to get some type of working experience. And all you've got to do is to let people know what you're looking for. Okay, but that it's good experience for you because you're going to find a lot of people that just don't know how to work the way you want them to work, which is good for you because you're learning to work with other people. Okay, most of your schools, there are hundreds of students. I said thousands of students that are looking to do something part-time or possibly work their way into a company and all that sort of stuff.
Or that brought up another point. Some of them come home for the season. The semester finishes in 2 weeks. They're a week or two, depending on the school. Those people just need some way of making money and enjoying, hopefully something that's enjoyable for just that time. And then January 1st, you can go back to being yourself, one-man band kind of thing.
Yeah, you just added on something else. All of you students that know you're going home or going somewhere, you're going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks, send messages ahead of time. You want something to do for those 2 weeks, and you could use some extra money.
That's how I got back here every Christmas.
Yeah, you've been here a long time. That's great. I'm glad.
That means you've been staying in the trenches.
Well, every November, start firing off those texts and say, okay, this is when I'll be there.
Okay, you got one more. You got one more over there, Mr. Dix?
I have one more.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about Target, and Target is one of the greatest retail. Also, they announced that fewer employees for the holiday, but they were saying also. Last year, they took on so many seasonal workers, and they're saying this year they're starting off with a $15 an hour wage. So if you're interested in Target retail, go by and check out their website. Is jobtarget.com/seasonal. And that's jobs.target.com/seasonal.
Okay.
So Target is still in the running. At one time, they were saying Target was going down, like Big K did, but Target's still there.
Okay.
Not by the last one I walked in there. That looked like a designer, like a department store.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But all stores go through change. All of them, they have to go through change in order to grow.
Well, and it goes back to humans manage it.
Yes.
Right.
Some humans don't do the right job and some do.
Management.
Well, some humans don't know what to do. They all do their best, in a sense. Yeah, all of them are doing their best. So it's always good to make sure everybody looks good. So yeah, but they are doing their best. It's just not working out the way they envisioned it. That's where people like you come in order to help them to vision it better.
Yep.
anyways, I'd like to have you think about that. And it has nothing to do with anything other than, are you looking for employment, and are you looking to make some extra money during the holidays, or just getting some tips on how you can find what you want instead of just finding something. Okay, because when you find just something and you find out that you don't really want it, then most likely you can't do it.
And I don't know if I can say this, but I would think this is also the time that if you're really looking for employment and not sure what you want, you probably can find that job that you don't really want to see if you really want it, see if that's what you really want to be, if you really want to do.
Oh, I'm going to say this. We all know what we want to do. Okay? We all do. It's all the things we find ourselves doing that we enjoy doing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what title to put on it. We do know what we like to do. And most people have been asking you all your life, what do you like to do? They didn't mention probably a job title. They mentioned, what do you like to do? Many people are afraid to tell them what they like to do. I don't know why.
But to Mr. Duke's point, sometimes people, you drive down the road, you see somebody doing, working on something, and you say, maybe I'd like to do that or something.
Yeah.
You may just have never had to have experience or someone who has given you that opportunity.
Right.
So this may be the opportunity. Try it out for 2 months and either never do it again in your life or do it for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Now, that's a very good point.
And if you get opportunities to do it, then you'll know, well, I know I don't want to do this.
Right. So one of the ways you get that and you speak it. Well, I like doing this, but I've always wanted to do that. Or I've always wanted to find a job doing what I like doing.
Okay.
Tell the people what you like doing. They can think of titles that you never heard of. All these tens of thousands of jobs, somebody's got to create titles for those.
Correct.
Okay, it's very to understand how titles get created. Somebody comes up with it.
All right.
So if you tell people what you like doing, they will give you titles. Now, many times in your neighborhood or people who know you, they'll give you titles going through school and all that sort of stuff, and you might laugh and people laugh, but it can happen exactly the same way when it comes to the workplace. People will give you titles that they're familiar with, that they think, because titles get created every day. Okay, so when you tell, it's possible for you to give people the title you'd like to have. And just tell them it. I would like to have this title so I can do that. Well, this is something to think about.
Or can't you just say, this is something I would like to do, but I don't have a title for it, and I'm sure you can give me a title for it.
Yeah, you can say that. Or just say whatever title they come up with. Yeah. Then go to the next person, and the next person, the next person.
Well, Frank Sinatra said it's time to go, so.
Well, our time is up.
And I want to thank you all for
listening to Frank Sinatra.
Listening to Mr. Gene Hodge tonight.
The song is called My Way. He did a job on Job Opportunity Hour. Well, Frank says that you can do it your way, and I'm saying you have been doing it your way because you do all the things that you like doing, have been doing all along. All I'm just trying to get you to do is to recognize that, to tell others, and go out and get what you want during the holidays and long term.
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
WZHR, Zephyrhills.
FM 104.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Dell Small Business.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Chicago. No railroad shutdown now that the Senate has passed a measure that settles the dispute between the rail companies and their workers. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
It's the first such congressional intervention in 3 decades, imposing a contract on 4 railroad unions that had voted it down. Worker pay will increase 24% over the 5-year span of the contract, but it lacks the paid sick time workers had demanded. A House-passed measure to include 7 sick days failed to achieve 60 votes in the Senate. At a White House news conference, President Biden scoffed at the notion that the agreement his administration brokered let workers down.
What was negotiated was so much better than anything they ever had.
A federal appeals court stops the Mar-a-Lago special master review of documents marked as classified. CBS's Robert Legary.
The three-judge panel unanimously ruled a Florida judge's order appointing an independent third party, known as a special master, to review the materials was wrong from the start. The ruling could clear the way for prosecutors to continue their investigation into the former president's handling of sensitive documents unimpeded.
President Biden welcomes French President Emmanuel Macron to the White House, where they've discussed a number of topics, including Ukraine. Mr. Biden saying he'd be willing to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin to talk about ending the war after